may be seated, or you can stand throughout the whole. No, you can be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. Dear graduates, faculty, families, guests, staff, and friends, welcome to the HDS Campus Green. How wonderful to have you all here with us for the Harvard Divinity School Diploma Ceremony. Welcome everyone on this beautiful day. Not even a beautiful Irish day, it's a beautiful day. Some of you wish it was a beautiful Irish day. I'd like just to take a moment to say a special thank you to parents, families, and friends on behalf of our students for your really crucial support through the graduate studies here. We celebrate with you today as well. And I'd like just to ask our graduates now to rise and to express their thanks to you. So please, students, stand up, turn around, and applaud your families and friends. So we declare a temporary truce on tuition bills. The student speaker this year selected by competition is Erez Golan, who is receiving the MTS from HDS. So Erez, take it away.
Thank you, Dean Hempton. And good afternoon to all the faculty, staff, friends, and families. And most importantly, congratulations to my fellow graduates. Yeah. When I completed my undergraduate degree in Israel, we didn't have a graduation ceremony. I received my diploma in the mail, together with the last tuition bill. So, I'm a bit inexperienced in this commencement business. But don't worry, I Googled it. I'm ready. I know that my task is to share with you what makes us, Div School students, unique and what we have to offer to the world. Well, as an MTS graduate, there's only one way for me to speak about such important issues: by turning to an obscure text in a dead language. The Babylonian Talmud is one of the most important ancient Jewish texts. It is a massive text, a library, really, which contains discussions on Jewish law, history, ethics, and of course, a saying that encapsulates the essence of HDS. The saying appears as part of a discussion on what grants a person the divine reward, the heavenly A+, if you will, when she or he performs a specific good deed. The question at hand in our saying is, what is the source of merit in attending a public learning session? Apparently, they held academic conferences even in the 4th century CE. Now, while we may assume that attending the conference is sufficient for receiving the divine reward, a famous Talmudic sage teaches us differently. The paraphrased Aramaic reads as follows: the sage Abaye said, "The divine reward is granted for those who are squeezed uncomfortably in their seat at the public learning session." Yeah. Not for taking detailed notes, scoring good grades, or impressing the teachers. The divine reward is granted for those who are squeezed uncomfortably in their seat, just like all of you are right now. Abaye, to whom this saying is attributed, was the head of an important Talmudic academy in Babylon. Imagine someone like Dean Hempton, only with my accent. The conferences to which he refers were gatherings of ordinary people and entry-level students who came together to hear the teachings of the prestigious experts. Surprisingly, Abaye says that learning from masters like him does not make you worthy of the divine reward. What matters is that you will be uncomfortable in your seat, squeezed next to people whom you do not know, who came from different places and backgrounds, have life stories with which you are unfamiliar, and possess different levels of knowledge on a variety of topics. Don't mind the stage, tells us Abaye the sage. It's all about the crowd. At HDS, too, it's all about the crowd, our diverse community. With all the tremendous respect to our eminent professors, renowned masters in their fields, the magic of HDS does not occur on podiums or stages. It happens in classroom rows or circles of chair, more frequently, where we are squeezed uncomfortably at first next to individuals who see and experience the world in ways we had never encountered. At HDS, the diversity of our community is a fact, not an aspiration. I experienced that from the moment I arrived here. On the first day of orientation, I was invited for coffee by another entering student from Iran, together with his roommate, a Palestinian doctoral student. A few days later, after a long day of explanations about credits, language qualifying exams, meta statements, and other things that I still don't understand, I shared a beer with my new peer, a son of an evangelical pastor and a theologian on his own right, who later became my close friend, Ryan. At the end of that first week, during the convocation ceremony that officially welcomed us to HDS, under this very tent, we heard Professor Laura Nasrallah's thoughts on why religion matters. Professor Nasrallah, who later became my New Testament teacher, shared with us how she recently found a relic from her past, a small box of childhood treasures. In the box were 3 shells from bullets which she had collected in a playground in Beirut during the civil war of the 1970s. The war which Professor Nasrallah experienced is linked, the way tragedies connect together, to Israel's first war with Lebanon in 1982, in which my father was shot and injured. And that war of 1982 is linked, the way tragedies connect together, to Israel's second war with Lebanon in 2006, in which I had served as a soldier paramedic. That afternoon, 2 years ago, under this very tent, squeezed uncomfortably in my seat next to Buddhist, Muslim, Jewish, Christian, and atheist students, I could not have been more convinced by Professor Nasrallah's conviction. Religion matters. Religion is all too often the catalyst of atrocities. However, it is also the source of glorious cultures, literature, art, ethical responsibility, sense of belonging and meaningful life, and even humor and joy. You would agree that there's a true urgency to find new ways to bring people of different traditions and faith together. Here at HDS, we give hope that it is possible. We show that being squeezed together can be rewarding. Squeezing together makes us better people. Being members of a diverse community makes us wise and compassionate. It inspires us and teaches us new ways of thinking. Moreover, not only does our diversity challenge us to understand the other, it also cultivates a better understanding of ourselves. And that's what people sometimes fail to understand. When you engage with those who are different than you, you don't need to give up your selfhood. On the contrary, as the graduates of the class of 2016 can testify, the community of HDS enabled each and one of us to get to know ourselves better. The traditions we brought from home or that we study in depth reveal new dimensions when we see them through the eyes of our friends. Texts, rituals, and ideas that we have been taking for granted become here a source of constant surprise and excitement. At HDS, we are squeezed together. The reward we gain is better consciousness of who we are. Now, all of you are compressed in your seats right now, perhaps waiting for me to be finished. You get it. When you are squeezed in a chair next to someone else, you simply have to be more aware of the way you sit and move, to the space you occupy in the world. You must be careful not to step on anyone's toe or block their view. You have to be thoughtful about your position in relation to your neighbor, because you expect them to act the same. By recognizing those who surround us, we become conscious of our own being. Our time at HDS is only the beginning. This graduation should not be a retreat back to our comfortable, roomy seats. We have an obligation to tell the world that being squeezed together can be productive and empowering. We have to share with anyone who's willing to listen, as well as with those who are reluctant, that discomfort can be the path for mutual understanding and respect. And so, this is what I wish for us today. As we go out to the world to accomplish our goals, we must always seek those crowded spaces. Whether we are going to stay in academia, pursue the call of ministry, establish a startup company, or go into politics, I urge us to be suspicious of our comfort, to aspire to be squeezed next to people who are not like us, to embrace the discomfort, and then to dissolve it. Let us keep in mind Abaye's words. Let us remember what makes us worthy of the Harvard Divinity Award. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Erez. I feel kind of set up today. I talk about being squeezed in your seat with other people. Where do they put me? Beside a table, a wooden table? Thank you very much. This morning in Tercentenary Theatre, 130 degrees, not of heat, but almost, were conferred on the graduating class of 2016 of the Divinity School. Inclusive of degrees earned in November, March, and May, these were comprised of 79 Master of Theological Studies, 42 Masters of Divinity, 2 Masters of Theology, and 7 Doctors of Theology. So today we have the opportunity in a more intimate setting to celebrate these degrees and the individual attainments they represent. Each graduate will be presented to us by the Associate Dean for Enrollment and Student Services, Tim Wilski. And as each person comes forward to receive their degree, if the graduate has indicated a desire for us to do so, a brief statement about their plans will be read by Steph Gauchel, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs. We will award diplomas by degree, and we're going to start with the MTS candidates. Tim, thank you very much.
We now present the candidates for the degree of Master of Theological Studies. The candidates will now please approach the stage. Nariman, oh. Fooled me. Nariman Avani. Clark Akins. Hira Beg.
Hira will be going on to law school. She is grateful to her parents for being amongst the best teachers she's ever had, without whom she wouldn't be here today.
Lucy Ballard.
Lucy will be pursuing her doctorate in religion at Harvard University, focusing in Islamic studies and American religion. She would like to thank her parents, Kathy and Tim, and her brilliant HDS colleagues.
Timothy Riker Benavidez.
Cherishing the loving support of his family and friends, Riker will begin his PhD in biomedical engineering at Johns Hopkins this summer and is ecstatic to marry his beloved Brandon next Friday.
Eloise Blondio.
Eloise will be moving to New York to work in publishing.
Tajay Bangsa.
Tajay is grateful to all friends and professors at HDS and across Harvard for this transformative life journey. Tajay will continue to smile and will continue to live his life.
Rachel Deitch.
Rachel wishes to thank her professors for challenging her friends for drinking with her parents for understanding her absence at holidays, and her partner Patrick for his endless support.
Ariel Karenina Duner. Jacob Edson.
After graduating, Jake will gaze unflinchingly into the void as the cosmic vacuum stares back in infinite, implacable disregard.
Salma Almadawi.
Salma would like to thank her parents for their support.
Kristen Fernandez.
Kristen wants to thank her family and friends for their ongoing love and support. She especially wants to thank her parents for all they do every day to help their children. This degree is dedicated to them.
Erez Golan.
Erez is grateful for the tremendous support of Lindsay, Shoshi, his entire family, and amazing teachers. He will strive to make them proud as a PhD student at Columbia University.
Gabrielle Goodman.
Gabby wants to thank her visionary friends and teachers at HDS for helping her to learn what it can mean to work and live courageously. Thanks for support and encouragement the whole way through.
Ryan Gregg.
In the autumn, Ryan will begin the PhD program in theology.
James Hackett.
James will go on to write a book and teach about integrating secular and sacred in business.
Christopher Hampson.
Chris is also receiving his JD today and will be clerking for Judge Posner in Chicago. He thanks his church, his family, his amazing wife Cecilia, and God.
Jay Hashmi.
Jay would like to thank his wife, mother, and father for their support and understanding throughout his studies. He would also like to thank his sister and Zara and Musa for coming all the way from California.
Kevin Hosley. Ryan Roback.
Ryan will begin a year-long fellowship this summer as the scholar in local government back home in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Mohammed Jarada.
Mohammed would like to thank his mom, dad, brothers, sister, and friends.
Danube Johnson.
Danube will continue here at Harvard in the fall, pursuing a PhD in the study of religion with a focus in philosophy of religion.
Caitlin Justice.
Caitlin would like to give glory to the Lord Jesus Christ for sustaining her through this degree, and thanks Ryan, her friends, and family for their patience through every finals week.
Evan Karg.
In the fall, Evan will be starting an MFA in Film and Television at NYU Tisch School of the Arts with a Dean's Fellowship.
Patrick Kelly.
In the fall, Patrick will pursue his PhD in philosophical and theological studies at Drew University.
Nabil Ahmed Khan.
Nabil says, I am grateful to God, my ancestors, my beloved family and wife, my teachers, my successes and mistakes for bringing me to this exciting moment.
Malika Kirti.
Malika would like to thank her mother for instilling in her a love of books, and her father for making the Mahabharata come to life every night for her and for her brother.
Samuel Coe.
After graduation, Samuel will be working as the academic director at Lexington Prep School.
Hyunwoo Han Gu.
All of his achievements were made possible by his wife, Suji.
Margaret Christine Kruger.
Margaret would like to thank her parents, Susan and Otto, for their support and encouragement throughout her graduate degree. Margaret would also like to thank her friends, professors, and partner.
Peter Kuchera. Grace Liu. Mary Kate Long.
Mary Kate extends her deepest gratitude to her parents, Karen and Randy, her teachers, and her best friend, Jonathan, who she gets to marry in 23 days. This fall, she begins a PhD at Cornell University.
Kristen Lovett.
Kristen would like to thank her family for their support and says, Gloria Lovett, Gus Lovett, Mallory Lovett, without you, this would not be possible. This degree is yours as much as it is mine. I love you.
Timothy Martin.
This fall, Tim will be applying to PhD programs in clinical psychology. In the meantime, he will be hanging out in Western Massachusetts with his dearly beloved.
Sean McNair. Adil Mohammadi.
Adil, a Dean's Fellow, is graduating with an MTS in Islamic Studies. Next fall, he will enroll in the JD program at the Yale Law School. He is very grateful to his parents and sisters for their blessings and support.
Marlene Morgan.
Marlene thanks Mom, Dad, Grandmama, Raj, Lucy, and Daisy.
Johnny Motley. Milena Sayaka Naito.
Milena thanks her mom and dad for their selfless love and support, her pals for the fun times, and Max, her other half, thanks for bringing out the best in her.
James Shelton Nally.
James will be moving to DC to pursue a PhD in comparative theology at Georgetown University, focusing on Christianity and Islam.
Erica Nelson.
Erica will be moving to Nashville with her fiancé, Roberta. She will pursue a PhD in American Religious History at Vanderbilt. Erica wishes to thank her parents and sister for their support.
Ingrid Norton.
Ingrid is moving to New Jersey, where she will pursue a PhD in English literature at Princeton. She thanks her parents and her friends and mentors.
John Nowak.
John is grateful for the love and support of his parents, Mark and Tina. He would also like to thank his friends, professors, and significant other.
Jessica Oliver.
Jessica shares her deepest gratitude for family, friends, colleagues, educators, and others for their most precious presence and support in her life and during her time here at HDS.
Sarah Otero.
In the words of Albus Dumbledore, Sarah is ready to, quote, step out into the night and pursue that flighty temptress adventure.
John Joseph Porter.
Joseph would like to thank his family, Mr. Nader and Mr. Nighthawk. He would also like to thank HDS for not just tolerating, but celebrating his faith and beliefs.
Michael Prettyman.
After graduation, Michael will teach Hinduism, Buddhism, approaches to religion, and mysticism at Hunter College in New York City. This summer, he will show a body of new paintings created at HDS at the National Museum of Art in Kazakhstan.
Julie Relier.
Julie will be joining the Religious Studies faculty at St. John's Preparatory School in Danvers, Massachusetts.
Luan Enrique Gomez Ribeiro.
Luan will go back to Brazil in order to teach religion for undergraduate students. He would like to thank his parents, his beloved wife, and the Lord for guiding them in this journey.
Kara Reichstens.
Kara will continue her career in San Diego, where she hopes to combine ethics and business by providing well-kept housing and employing people at a fair wage.
Roberta Robeson.
Roberta is moving to Nashville with their fiancée, Erica, where Roberta will continue to work with the Religious Literacy Project and Harvard edX. Roberta would like to thank their aunt for all her support.
Alfredo Rojas.
Alfredo would like to give his warmest thanks to his mother and father, Susie and Alfredo, his partner, Hillary, and his advisor, Professor Michael Jackson, for their constant care and support throughout these years.
Wei Rang.
Wei would like to thank HDS, Dean Hempton, her advisor, Professor Breckus, her parents, her boyfriend, Lay, her friend, Bill, and his family for their continuous support on her pursuit of her dreams.
Rachel Rothenberg.
Rachel will begin her PhD at the Jackson School of International Studies at the University of Washington this fall. She wishes to thank all who have cared for and uplifted her while at HDS.
Rena Sadoun. William Sanchez.
William is forever grateful for the unconditional love and support he has received from his family and friends throughout his life and studies. None of it would have been possible without them.
Rampreet Singh.
Rampreet thanks all who have helped him in this journey.
Eric Stephen.
After graduation, Eric will continue at Harvard University as a PhD student in the study of religion, where he will further research the politics and theory of the First Amendment.
Joseph Studemeyer.
Joseph is grateful for the support of his fiancée, family, and friends, and would like to thank Doctors Clooney and Patton for their guidance.
Mira Sindhu Suri.
In the fall, Mira will be starting medical school at the University of Minnesota.
Eric Olaf Magnus Torstensen.
Eric is also receiving an MPP from the Kennedy School. Eric would like to thank his family and his mentor, Dr. Rolf Amir, as well as Mr. Xavier Garand Hermes, who has sponsored Eric's 2 degrees at Harvard.
Alvaro E. Vargas.
Alvaro is returning to Chicago, where he will go into ministry work in the Catholic Church. He is especially thankful to his family for their love and support. Ad maiorem Dei gloriam.
Aaron Biancu.
Aaron would like to extend the most affectionate gratitude to his family and to his partner, Jen. They have always been his guides in the pursuit of love and wisdom.
Rebecca Aleda Villarreal.
Rebecca would like to thank her family.
Kelsey Viscount.
In the interest of sibling rivalry, Kelsey would like to publicly remind her brothers that she is both their parents' smartest and favorite child.
Alexandra Sylvia Weiss.
Alexandra is grateful for her family, partner, friends, and her beloved laptop for their support. She hopes that in the uncertain future, if she can't do something smart, she does something right.
Alan Griffith Wilson. Eric Young.
Eric is going on to work in secondary education, and he is grateful to his family for their love and support.
Danish Mohammed Zaidi.
Donish dedicates this achievement to his family and thanks Cheryl Giles and Diana Eck for their mentorship. He'll begin medical school this fall at Wake Forest University School of Medicine.
Michael Zervos.
Michael extends heartfelt gratitude for his family's efforts and tremendous sacrifices. This degree belongs in their hands, not his own. He will continue graduate work at Columbia University in the fall.
Stefano Zordan.
After a summer spent between his beloved Italian Alps and the south of China teaching leadership to middle schoolers, Stefano will start a PhD program in theological ethics at Fordham University in New York City.
MTS graduates, would you please rise to be recognized? Dean Hempton, members of the faculty, family, and friends, I present to you the Master of Theological Studies graduates of 2016. Congratulations. You may now be seated. We will now present candidates for the degree of Master of Divinity. Aisha Nicole Ansano.
Aisha is thankful to everyone who has helped support her through the absurd journey known as an MDiv. Starting this fall, she will be serving as a ministerial intern at the First Church in Boston.
Andrew Bakari.
Andrew would like to thank his grandparents, Helen and Ben Pano, and his niece, Paige Samantha DePerna, for their support, love, and encouragement.
Maura Barrett.
Maura would like to thank her entire family for all of their love and support throughout her entire academic journey.
Catherine Blaisdell.
Catherine is also receiving an MPA from the Kennedy School. She will be ordained in ministry Sunday, May 29th at the National City Christian Church in Washington, D.C.
Caston Lee Benjamin Boyd.
Caston wants to thank Harvard Divinity for providing him a space to be an unabashed thinker for 3 years. He is now moving on to medicine and will be working at Mass General Hospital.
Ashley Clements.
With love and gratitude to Given and Chosen Family, teachers and teachings, all agents of love and the sparkling grace machine, Ashley will begin a hospital chaplain residency at Brigham and Women's this fall.
Kara Elizabeth Curtis.
Kara would like to thank all of her professors and friends at HDS. She will be starting a PhD program at Emory in the fall.
Carrie Dabney.
Carrie will be attending Duquesne University's doctoral program for sacred theology. He dedicates this achievement to his best friend, chief advisor, and loving wife, April.
Sonia Maria David.
Sonia is grateful to the support and encouragement she's received from family, friends, and mentors. She'll be moving on to the Harvard Extension School's pre-medical program in the fall of 2016.
Marissa Egerstrom.
Marissa is immensely grateful to the staff and faculty who have made HDS an intellectual and spiritual refuge for so many years.
Layla El Ashri.
Layla would like to thank her family for their love and support. Next year, she will be working on the translation of a text entitled The Rhetorics of Poetics, while it's applying to doctoral programs.
Jailet Fernandez.
Jailet is truly grateful for the love, support, and guidance she has received from family, friends, and mentors. They made the journey possible. They made it meaningful, interesting, fruitful, and fun.
Shannon Fong.
Shannon gives his deepest thanks to his family, the Frank H. Buck Foundation, the UU community at HDS, and the many friends and mentors who have made his journey here possible.
Dory Gearing.
Dory would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers for their support during this journey. Without their encouragement, none of this would have been possible. Dory says, "Hi, Mom. Thanks, Mom."
Jennifer Hernandez.
Jennifer agradece a su familia por todo el apoyo y a sus padres por todo su esfuerzo. Jennifer will work as a community organizer in East Boston and continue to work for immigrants' rights.
Chavis Trevon Jones.
Chavis says, "This degree is not solely for me, but it is for every person I will ever serve, every person who poured into me, and for each of the family members that have gathered here to support me. I love you."
Yeji Kim. Joseph Kimmel.
Joseph wishes to thank his wife Shoko, parents Fred and Carol, and above all God, for their faithful love and support. Next fall, he will begin doctoral studies in religion here at Harvard.
Rebecca Ledley.
Rebecca is grateful for Charlie's love and encouragement, for her sons Jack and Teddy, born during her time here at HDS, for her mom and Ellie, who babysat during exams, and for Pastor Steve's mentoring.
Erica Long.
Erica would like to dedicate her diploma to her friend Alyssa Savage, whose love and courage inspired Erica to go to Divinity School. In September, Erica will begin a chaplaincy residency at Mass General Hospital.
Sylvia Catalina Mejia.
Sylvia would like to thank her family and friends for their support over the last 3 years. Sylvia will be doing CPE this summer.
Sage Moses.
Sage offers thanks to advisors Mark Jordan, Kevin Madigan, and Beverly Kinsley, as well as to family, Dan, Katya, Alexander, Nikolai, Esther, and her parents. Sage returns to Harvard for doctoral work in queer theology.
Ann Myers.
Anne says, thanks be to God, and thank you, Mom, Dad, Katie, and Joe. We did it.
Amanda Gustafson Napier. Elizabeth Narvaez.
Elizabeth would like to thank her family for their support.
Amy Norton.
Amy is headed towards ordination in the United Church of Christ. She thanks her mom, dad, sister, and the Wolf Pack for all the ways they've supported her during her time at HDS.
Katrina Peterson.
Katrina expresses profound gratitude to her parents, neighbors, friends, teachers, and loved ones. She prays that her living and loving might give to others the love that's been gifted to her.
Parameshwaran Ramakrishnan.
Krish is joining GTU Berkeley, creating his own PhD in spiritual psychiatry by bridging the fields of theology, chaplaincy, and neuropsychiatry. He thanks HDS for preparing him to build such a program.
Sarah Samimi.
Sarah thanks her mom and dad for their endless and unconditional love and support, and for all the sacrifices they've made for her. She couldn't have done it without them, and is beyond honored to have them as parents.
Jeremy Daniel Schur.
Rabbi Jeremy Sher has started thisisjudaism.net, an online Jewish community that welcomes everyone and works for social justice in the U.S. and in Israel-Palestine.
Taj Smith.
Taj would like to thank everyone who helped him succeed here. To his friends, family, and mentors, he couldn't have done it without you.
Upali Shraman.
Upali expresses gratitude to the Robert H. N. Ho Family Foundation, all his teachers and professors, parents Mr. Manika Barua and Mrs. Meena Barua, his guru K.L. Damadoti, and his brothers.
Hannah Elizabeth Stoller.
Hannah is excited to begin as program manager of Voices Against Violence. She is grateful for the unwavering love and patience of her family, friends, boyfriend, and dog Zoe over the last 3 years.
Casper Reynaut Turkile.
Casper is also receiving an MPP from the Kennedy School. Casper is profoundly grateful to all of his teachers at HDS, faculty, staff, and fellow students alike. He never thought he'd end up at Divinity School, and now it seems he won't leave.
Angie Thurston.
Angie is grateful to her parents for their religious courage and to her siblings for their inspiration. She is excited to keep working with Casper Turkile as an HDS Ministry Innovation Fellow.
Sydney Van Dyke.
Sydney needs to thank so many for their help in this achievement, her extraordinary parents and family, best friends and classmates, professors and mentors alike. Thank God she didn't have to do this alone.
Adam Corey Vandertag.
Adam has deferred a PhD program in order to finish preparing for ordination in the Lutheran Church. He remembers his father, delights in his son, and gives thanks for the communities that sustain him.
Jennifer Wenz.
Jen would like to express her deep gratitude for the love and support of her dear friends at HDS, her partner, and her family. She will be headed to Seattle in a world of new adventure in the fall.
Christopher William Whiteman. Devin Zuckerman.
Devin is thankful for today and for the kindness and direction of her teachers and friends at HDS. She has high hopes for the class of 2016 and the wonderful things that they will surely bring into the world.
Would the MDiv graduates please rise? Dean Hempton, members of the faculty, family, and friends, I present to you the Master of Divinity graduates 2016. Please be seated. This year, we present two candidates for the degree of Master of Theology. David Crater.
David plans to pursue a PhD in Hebrew Bible.
Lacey Ann Hudspeth. THM graduates, if you can stay standing. Dean Hempton, members of the faculty, family and friends, I present to you the Master of Theology graduates 2016. We will now present candidates for the Doctor of Theology. Timothy Baker.
Dissertation entitled, Be You as Living Stones Built Up, a Spiritual House, a Priesthood, Cistercian Exegesis, Reform, and the Construction of Holy Architectures. Timothy is grateful to Professors Kevin Madigan, Beverly Kinsley, and John Levinson, and he is especially grateful to John and Jen Dame and to his parents, Michael, Diane, and Jim, for their love and support.
Pearl Barros.
Dissertation entitled, Transforming Suffering, Insights from the Work of Gloria Anzandula, Evangelina Anzandula. Pearl offers many thanks to God, to her advisor and committee, and to her family Gasper and Antonio Barros, Rafael Zavala, and Violet Barros Zavala, whose arrival has transformed much suffering into joy.
Faye Bodley D'Angelo.
Dissertation entitled, Veiled and Unveiled Others, Revisiting Karl Barth's Gender Trouble. Faye would like to thank Michael and Susanna for their support and encouragement.
Amy Paulson-Reed.
Dissertation entitled, The Origins of the Apocalypse of Abraham. Amy thanks her family and friends for all their support and encouragement during the past 7 years. Amy just started a new job as a copy editor and sales rep at Hendrickson Publishers in Peabody, Massachusetts.
Maria Cristina Lasitis Borgoa.
Dissertation entitled, Sobre la Marcha, the Fiesta of Santiago Apostol in Luisa, Puerto Rico. Thank you, Grandmother Rosario, my mother Lily, and my son Eric for your faith and love. Thank you, people of Luisa, Puerto Rico, for your generosity. Thank you to all my teachers for your guidance.
Thomas Wetzel.
Dissertation entitled, Violence and the Survival of Israel in the Book of Esther. To his wife, Kate, he offers his thanks and love for helping him to make this academic journey possible and for her unending confidence in him and his work.
Klaus Yoder.
Dissertation entitled, Adeophora and the Apocalypse, Protestant Moral Rhetoric of Ritual at the End of History, 1544 to 1560.
Would the doctoral graduates please rise? Dean Hempton, members of the faculty, family, and friends, I present to you the doctoral graduates of 2016. You may be seated. Dean Hempton.
Congratulations again, everyone, and thank you to Tim and Annie and Steph and all the members of the Office of Student Services for amazing work, thought, and effort to make this ceremony so festive and so seamless. Thank you so much. Thank you. So now I hope to see all of you on the other side of Andover Hall for luncheon under the tent on the Francis Avenue side. I wish everyone, all our graduates, the very best of luck and look forward to hearing about your accomplishments in the future. Thank you so much and stay for lunch. Congratulations.
Congratulations,